politics around it continues to dominate the political narrative. 22nd of January 2024, that's going to be the big day for the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. Who's invited, who's not, who's going and who's not going. All of that is the news this hour, our top news. While we have Mr. Sanjay Raut from the Uddhav Thackeray faction, he has said that we've not been invited so far. And once again, BJP cannot take complete credit for the way in which Ram Mandir has been constructed. Shiv Sena has had its credit to it. We have had different voices coming in from the opposition camp. They seem to be caught in a situation where they don't know what exactly is the point of view or a political position that they must take that makes it politically plausible and palatable for them. Let's listen into various voices and reactions that we have heard through the day.
हमारा का जीवन चल रहा है कि मंदिर के ऐसे फसदात ने इधर तक हम यह दृष्टीने फसलोय की सत्ताधारी पक्षाच्या समोर लोकांचा पाठिंबा मिळवण्यासाठी ठोस असा कार्यक्रम नाही आणि त्यामुळे राम मंदिर जेवढं एकच निमित्त घेऊन जनतेमध्ये काही वेगळं मत तयार करण्याचा त्यांचा प्रयत्न आहे यापेक्षा दूसरं काही दिसत.
सरकार है बीजेपी की यूपी में और दिल्ली में. मुझे लगता है प्रभु श्री राम को एक तरह से किडनैप कर रहे हैं. तो हम क्या बैठे हैं क्या इनविटेशन का इंतजार करके? जब उनका बीजेपी का प्रोग्राम खत्म हो जाएगा तो हम जाएंगे राम लल्ला का दर्शन करने. बीजेपी कौन होती है राम लल्ला का इनविटेशन देने वाली?
A temple is actually not a political stage. It is a place for people to contemplate the divine, do their prayers, live their normal personal lives, and it's a personal choice. Now, individuals have been invited. Let individuals decide if they wish to go, is my stand. As far as I'm concerned, I've not been invited, so I don't have to make this decision. But my own view is, I don't think of the temple as a political stage. And if it is a political event, then it's not the same as going to a temple to pray.
Congress leaders campaigning, pretending that they are all devotees, Hindu devotees. Pretending that they are Hindu devotees, they campaign during elections. But when it comes to the issue of participation in the Pran Pratishtha of the temple, they have doubt.
Let me cut across to my colleague Pallavi, who is with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, we've spoken about this, how this is a conundrum of sorts for the Congress party. They would be damned in some way if they attend, they'd be damned if they don't.
I think they would be hurt even more, and that's a sense which one gets from many Congress leaders, especially those, Anusha, who belong to the Hindi heartland belt like Uttar Pradesh, to Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, that in case the Congress decides to skip this Pran Pratishtha, then the damage could be huge, because the BJP would certainly never ever let them forget that. You know, whether it's been on the issue of Sanatan Dharm, now on the issue of the Ram Mandir, the argument which many in the Congress party are pushing, like Sam Pitroda, Shashi Tharoor, that religion and politics must be kept separately, that a focus should be on development, and this is a diversionary tactic. The counter to this from the BJP is simple, is that religion and development need not be completely in isolation from each other. It cannot be either or, both of them can go simultaneously. And at the end of the day, Pran Pratishtha has got to do with the sentiments of the people, the astha of the people. And the Congress always has been and is being anti-Hindu. And in an election season, can the Congress party afford to take that risk? I think that best explains why till now the Congress is keeping the guessing game going. Because whenever we ask them, they keep on saying that we still have some time, give us some more time and we'll think about it.
They'll be hurt more if they don't attend. I agree with that assessment, Pallavi, that this is clearly a tricky choice for them. And if they decide to give that event to skip, it would be difficult to justify that in the political narrative. Ahead of 2024, it's a big battle, which is lined up for all political parties in this country, in the world's largest democracy. Let's also listen in to some more voices, some more reactions coming in.
भारत के कई पीढ़ियों ने जो भव्य राम मंदिर का कल्पना की थी या सपना देखा था, वो पूरा होने को आया. मैं इतना ही कहूँगा कि देश भर के कोने कोने से जो लोग भव्य राम मंदिर का दर्शन करना चाहते हैं, प्राण प्रतिष्ठा के दिन के बाद उनका आना जाना शुरू होगा. मेरा इतना ही निवेदन रहेगा कि 22 तारीख को जिनको निमंत्रण मिला है वो तो अवश्य जाएं, लेकिन उसके बाद आहिस्ता आहिस्ता जब अलग अलग दिनों में खुलेगा तो उस पर जाना चाहिए। पहले दिन ज़्यादा भीड़ ना हो क्योंकि वहाँ पे कार्यक्रम होगा, असुविधा किसी को ना हो।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के निर्णय के बाद राम मंदिर के निर्माण का मार्ग प्रशस्त हुआ था और सभी देशवासी प्रसन्न हैं और प्रसन्न थे, लेकिन एक दल विशेष द्वारा इस तरह से प्रचारित और प्रसारित किया जा रहा है जैसे उनकी पार्टी का ये आधिकारिक कार्यक्रम है। जिन नेताओं को बुलाना जाना चाहिए, किन नेताओं को नहीं बुलाया जाना चाहिए, ये भी एक पार्टी विशेष तय कर रही है। हम इस पर अपना अफसोस जाहिर कर रहे हैं। हमारी पार्टी को अगर निमंत्रण मिला तो हम इसमें अवश्य हिस्सा लेंगे। सबकी अलग अलग राय होगी, लेकिन भगवान श्री राम के नाम पर कोई भी विवाद नहीं होना चाहिए।
There's another statement of Sam Pitodra. He says on Ram Mandir that the issue should not be religious, or politics should not be on religion issues. It should be on employment, and there are several issues that politics should play with.
Congress party has first of all to clear its own mind. Where do they stand? It was only a couple of days ago, I think Jairam Ramesh ji had said that it was the Congress party, it was Rajiv Gandhi ji who had opened up the doors of Ram Mandir at the Babri Masjid. Was that not a political, was that a religious statement, was that a political statement? Things they were trying to take credit from. Now all of a sudden they have decided that it is going to boomerang, or it's maybe going to give credit to the ones who have managed to get the Ram temple constructed. I think somewhere along the line Congress party has lost its ideological moorings. It has. I think first they will have to come to terms with it. That's why they are facing all these problems.
Well, you heard the political voices, while the likes of JDU are saying if we get an invite, we'll go there. Certainly, the Congress party is still saying that there's some more time. Let us decide what we have to do. But as most of the experts would tell you, that it would be very damaging for the Congress party if they don't go there. The hotels are full. It's difficult to get a booking. There are makeshift tents that have been created in the city of Ayodhya. Lakhs of devotees are reaching there as the Pran Pratishtha ceremony on the 22nd of January inches closer. What exactly is the sentiment on the ground? What kind of preparations are underway? How does the temple complex really look like? My colleague Siddhant with these ground reports.
Well, right now we are inside Ram Janmabhoomi Teerth Kshetra premises, and behind me you can see the Ram Mandir is being constructed. The two-floor work is already over. The ground floor, ground floor, the final touch is being given. The first floor is almost ready. The second floor construction is going on right now. Perhaps we are speaking at a time where the inauguration, the Pran Pratishthan of Ram Lala is few days away, and this is the reason that at war level the work is being done here inside the premises. So this premises is of 77 acre. The plot behind me is the plot which was contested in the court, for which the fight was going on. This is a 2.77 acre of plot on which this temple is being constructed. We have been told that 3 different craftsmen have been asked to make the sculpture of Ram Lala, the Murti of Ram Lala. The best Murti, the best idol of Ram Lala will be chosen. The height of the idol is going to be 51 inches from the feet to the Lalat. So the best idol is going to be chosen. Behind me you can see this is these stones are being used for the construction of temple. Well, right now we are inside the Grand Ram Temple Teerth Kshetra premises. In fact, this premises is spread over 77 acre, and we are bringing this exclusive images from inside the Ram Temple premises where we are reporting from. You can see this Grand Ram Temple is being constructed. We have been told that the ground floor and the first floor is almost ready. The second floor construction work is going on. The carving inside this Ram temple is right now underway. The complex of the Ram temple will also feature, and in fact there's going to be dedicated temples of Lord Shiva, Goddess Annapurna, Goddess Bhagwati, Ganesha, Hanuman and Surya. Additionally, the premises will also have temples honoring mythological saints like Valmiki, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, Jatayu and Sabri. The complex is being developed with a focus on sustainability, incorporating 2 sewage treatment plants to minimize the environmental impact. The temple construction committee has also acquired 71 acres of land to build public utilities near the temple. So ahead of the Pran Pratishthan ceremony, which will begin from 16th of January, we are bringing this a special broadcast, a very special broadcast for our viewers from Tirth Kshetra premises where Ram Temple is being constructed. So the temple which you are seeing in the backdrop is being built on 2.77 acre of land. So this is the plot for which the case was contested. This particular plot where the temple is coming up is now being constructed. Well, we are inside Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra and the stones you are seeing here are from the Bansi Paharpur district in Rajasthan. So the temple is being constructed using these stones which are right now lying next to the temple, and in the background you can see the construction of temple work is going on. Heavy machines, JCBs are being used to construct the temple. We have been told that the 2-floor work is over, the ground floor and first floor is ready. The second floor construction work is going on, and you know the engineers, the architects are right now working at the site 24/7 as they have a deadline to meet, because Pran Pratishthan is going to take place from 16th of January till 22nd of January at around 12:20 p.m. in the afternoon. The Pran Pratishthan the ceremony of Pran Pratishthan will happen in presence of RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath, along with the other dignitaries from RSS, VHP and other walks of life.
Well, and ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit in Ayodhya, there's a statement coming in from UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who has reiterated that the Prime Minister's visit will usher in a new era in the city of Ayodhya, in the city of Lord Sri Ram. Well, the fact that a grand temple has been constructed, the Pran Pratishtha will start. This is indeed a watershed moment in Indian political history. My colleague Siddhant joining us on the broadcast, giving us more details on the story. Siddhant, we've seen your ground reports about the preparations which are underway. The Chief Minister personally monitoring the situation.
You know, the way this particular visit of Prime Minister has been planned, in fact, he's not just going to inaugurate the airport and the railway station, but it is lot more a lot more to do with the public engagement that Prime Minister is going to do. In fact, there's going to be a roadshow of Prime Minister. So usually Prime Minister does roadshows when he wants to interact with people, he wants to be seen by people. And this time around, there's going to be 8-kilometer long roadshow of Prime Minister from the airport to the railway station. Then there is going to be a public meeting also, which Prime Minister will hold in Ayodhya. This particular visit is significant because this is happening 1 month ahead of the grand inauguration of Ram Temple. So other than the temple construction and perhaps the Tirth Kshetra, there are several other developmental works that are being carried out by the state government and the central government. The thousands of crores have already been given to Ayodhya, and in fact a lot of work is still going on. There is a complete transformation in various verticals across the Ayodhya, and that is perhaps is a gift that has come from the Prime Minister to the people of Ayodhya.
My colleague Siddhant Mishra getting us all the details on that very important story. Well, the security arrangements are also something which are being looked at this point in time. Different security agencies, including the local police administration, is working round the clock to ensure that the top dignitaries would be arriving in the next 1 month, have the proper arrangement in place. My colleague Ravi from News 18 India gets you this ground report. Please have a look.
धर्म की नगरी अयोध्या एक तरफ सज रही है, फूलों से सजाया जा रहा है चौक चौराहों को, तो दूसरी तरफ प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी का जो कार्यक्रम है 30 दिसंबर को, और उससे पहले अयोध्या के चप्पे चप्पे पर सुरक्षा कर्मी यहाँ पर तैनात हैं। ये देखिए एटीएस के ब्लैक कमांडो, और यहाँ पर बड़ी संख्या में इस तरीके से आपको चौराहों पर नजर आएंगे सुरक्षा कर्मी। अलग अलग जो एजेंसियां हैं यहाँ पर तैनात हैं, क्योंकि पार्लियामेंट में अभी एक हाल फिलहाल में ही घटना हुई थी, वहां पर घुस गए थे 2 लोग और उसके बाद तमाम हंगामा हुआ था, तो उसको लेकर भी खुफिया एजेंसियों की तरफ से अलर्ट जारी किया गया है। और आप देखें कि प्रधानमंत्री का रोड शो भी है अयोध्या में, यहाँ पर जनसभा को भी संबोधित करेंगे, रेलवे स्टेशन, एयरपोर्ट, उसका अनावरण भी करने वाले हैं। कई कार्यक्रम हैं अयोध्या में, और यहाँ पर प्रधानमंत्री के आने से पहले कई ऐसे रास्ते हैं उनको बंद कर दिया गया है, ब्लॉक किया गया है, बैरिकेडिंग भी लगाई गई है। देखिए ये हनुमानगढ़ी की तरफ ये रास्ता जाता है, उसको भी ब्लॉक किया गया है, ना कोई अंदर जा सकता है ना आ सकता है बाहर, सिर्फ पैदल जो लोग हैं वही अंदर और बाहर आ सकते हैं। फिलहाल गाड़ियों की आवाजाही बंद है, लेकिन ये देखिए सड़कों पर ये लोग चल रहे हैं और सुरक्षा को मुस्तैदी के साथ में संभाल रहे हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री के आने से पहले ये तमाम वो ऐसी जो सुविधाएं हैं सुरक्षा को लेकर किसी भी तरीके की कोई कोताही ना हो। धर्म की नगरी अयोध्या सज रही है, संवर रही है, निखर रही है। ये देखें लता मंगेशकर चौक बेहद ही महत्वपूर्ण और फेमस चौक है अयोध्या का, और यहाँ से थोड़ी दूर पर ही राम जन्मभूमि है और वहाँ पर मंदिर बनाया जा रहा है। हनुमानगढ़ी भी यहाँ से थोड़ी दूर पर ही है, और इसको किस तरीके से सजाया जा रहा है, संवारा जा रहा है, और इसकी खूबसूरती बेहद ही लगातार निखरती जा रही है, क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी 30 दिसंबर को यहाँ पर अयोध्या आने वाले हैं, और उससे पहले तमाम वो श्रद्धालु हैं उनकी संख्या लगातार यहाँ पर बढ़ती जा रही है। कुछ लोग जो श्रद्धालु यहाँ पर आए हैं अयोध्या घूमने के लिए, और दर्शन भी शायद आप लोगों ने किया होगा।
हाँ जी बिल्कुल किया जी।
कहाँ गए
अभी हम राम जन्मभूमि।
अच्छा,
हाँ जी।
तो पहली बार आए हैं, कहाँ से आए आप?
हिमाचल प्रदेश।
यहाँ पे पहली बार आए?
हाँ जी पहली बार।
अच्छा, तो कैसी लग रही है अयोध्या इसमें?
अयोध्या नगरी बहुत ही बढ़िया नगरी है, राम लल्ला जी की नगरी है।
हाँ।
और योगी जी और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में बहुत ज्यादा प्रगति हो रही है, और हमें दिख रहा है।
हमें बताएं।
हाँ सर, बहुत प्रगति हुई है यहाँ पे। अयोध्या इतनी पवित्र जगह है कि राम जी का नाम सुन के ही मन से ऐसे अमृत सा ऐसे लगता है कि कण कण ऐसे रोम रोम समा जाता है। और अयोध्या का नाम तो सर हर जगह फैला हुआ है। हम पहली बार आए और यहाँ आके इतना अच्छा लग रहा है ना कि राम जी ऐसे मन कर रहा है कि राम जी खुद प्रकट हो जाए और हमें दर्शन दे दें।
अच्छा, बहुत सारे लोग अक्सर हिल स्टेशन जैसे उत्तराखंड, हिमाचल से तो आप खुद ही वहाँ पे घूमने के लिए आते हैं, आप लोग अयोध्या आ रहे हैं अब?
हाँ सर, एक्चुअल हम लोग सारा हिली एरियाज घूम चुके हैं।
हाँ।
तो ये हमारे लिए एक विशेष अवसर था कि मोदी जी और योगी जी के नेतृत्व में जो यहाँ अब इतना भव्य मंदिर पूरे विश्व में एक बन रहा है, तो उसके दर्शन करने के लिए हमें ये सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ। और जैसे सुनने में भी आ रहा है कि 22 जनवरी को इसका उद्घाटन नरेंद्र मोदी जी अपने कर कमलों के द्वारा कर रहे हैं, तो हमें भी सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ पूरे परिवार के साथ, विशेषकर यहाँ पर आकर, और हमें राम लला जी के हमें दर्शन प्राप्त हुए, और उम्मीद करते हैं कि मोदी जी इस भव्य मंदिर को बहुत शीघ्र बनाकर अब पूरे समस्त विश्व में एक उदाहरण पेश करने वाले हैं।
अयोध्या में राम मंदिर तो बन ही रहा है और लगभग कंप्लीट भी होने वाला है, लेकिन अयोध्या जो नगरी है, शहर है, वो कैसी लग रही है? आपने पहले हो सकता है टीवी में देखा हो कि अयोध्या कैसी है, पहले कभी नहीं आई हो, लेकिन अब कैसी लग रही है?
अब पहले तो हम कभी नहीं आए हैं यहाँ पे, लेकिन यहाँ आके बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि इतना अच्छा मंदिर बन रहा है। और बस जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम।
तो ये देखें बहुत सारे जो महिलाएं यहाँ पर फोटो भी खिंचवा रही हैं यहाँ पर। हाँ, ये देखिए, आप लोग कहाँ से हैं? आप लोग कहाँ से हैं?
हम यहीं के हैं, हम
अयोध्या के
अयोध्या वासी हैं सर।
आपको तो बहुत बेहतर तरीके से पता होगा कि पहले अयोध्या कैसी थी और अभी कैसी है।
जी बिल्कुल जी, बहुत डेवलपमेंट है, और मतलब हमारा सौभाग्य है कि हम यहाँ और अपनी आंखों से सब कुछ बनते हुए देख रहे हैं। जी
और प्रधानमंत्री भी आ रहे हैं
जी जी बिल्कुल
30 तारीख को।
जी जी
तो लग रहा है कि अयोध्या का विकास लगातार हो रहा है और रोजगार के भी साधन होंगे, लोगों के जीवन में बदलाव आएगा।
सर लोगों के जीवन में एक बहुत बड़ा बदलाव दिख रहा है और सर वो आएगा, जरूर आएगा। अगर हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी इसी तरह रह गए तो सर बहुत बड़ा चेंज आएगा। और हम लोग अयोध्या के रहने वाले हैं, हमको बहुत गर्व हो रहा है कि हम अयोध्या के रहने वाले हैं।
ये देखिए, ये है लता मंगेशकर चौक और यहाँ पर बीड़ा लगाई गई है उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार की तरफ से, पर्यटन विभाग की तरफ से, और इसको सजाया जा रहा है फूलों से। फूलों से सजाने के पीछे एक सबसे बड़ा कारण यह है कि 30 दिसंबर को प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी खुद अयोध्या आ रहे हैं और अयोध्या में उनके कई कार्यक्रम हैं, जिसमें रेलवे स्टेशन, एयरपोर्ट, उसका अनावरण करना है। इसके अलावा जनसभा को भी संबोधित करेंगे, रोड शो करेंगे और उससे पहले ये अलग अलग विभागों के जो कर्मचारी हैं, अधिकारी हैं, सड़कों पर आपको नजर आ रहे हैं। सुरक्षा व्यवस्था बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ा दी गई है और साथ में अयोध्या की जो सड़कें हैं अब बहुत ज़्यादा खूबसूरत दिख रही हैं। चौक चौराहे उनको सजाया जा रहा है, संवारा जा रहा है और खूबसूरती लगातार अयोध्या की उसमें निखार आता जा रहा है।
Well, that's the tale of the city of Ayodhya, which is being all decked up. It's a historic occasion and a momentous occasion on the 22nd of January 2024. We'll continue getting you all the ground reports from there. We're now slipping into a very short break.
India's leading transgender actor, content creator and doctor, she has created a safe platform for the voiceless and queer community. Will Trinetra Haldar be the Youth Icon of the Year? To find out, watch the Indian of the Year Awards 2023, coming soon.
To be shared with our viewers. So there's going to be a Perkota wall which is going to be 15 feet wide. So that's the Perkota wall which is coming up, and Perkota wall will take almost 6 to 8 months to be constructed. This is going to be spread in 700 meters. The wall will be double storied, and there's going to be rooms which will be developed in the wall for the official purpose. So other than the main temple, there's going to be several other temples which are going to be built around the Ram temple, the temple of Lord Shiva, Lord Hanuman, Lord Bhagwati, Goddess Annapurna, and also the Maharishi Vishishta temple and the other saints which have played role in the life of Ram Lala, Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram. Their temples will also come up. So that is the plan. There's also going to be a pilgrimage facility center. Behind me you can see the pilgrimage facility center is being constructed, where the locus for 25,000 devotees will be made. There's also going to be a small infantry for the devotees, and also 2 sewer treatment plants are being built, so that there's zero discharge, and there's no it should not create problem for the people of Ayodhya. Dedicated electric line has been taken from the powerhouse. So a lot is being done. The work is currently going on at a war scale, and perhaps there's a lot of excitement also when it comes to the people working here, the engineers, the workers. They all are also excited. And you know, the 2 floor of the temple is are fully complete. On the ground floor there is going to be Ram Lala, the idol of Ram Lala. On the first floor there is going to be Ram Darbar. But as far as the usage of the second floor is concerned, there is less clarity about it, which the authorities will announce in some day, that how the second floor will be used. There's also going to be the museum to talk about the journey of Lord Ram, and also talk about the journey, which will talk about the journey of this temple coming up here in Ayodhya. Well, right now we are inside the Grand Ram Temple Teerth Kshetra premises. In fact, this premises is spread over 77 acres, and we are bringing this exclusive images from inside the Ram Temple premises, where we are reporting from. You can see this Grand Ram Temple is being constructed. We have been told that the ground floor and the first floor is almost ready. The second floor construction work is going on. The carving inside this Ram temple is right now underway. The complex of the Ram temple will also feature, and in fact, there's going to be dedicated temples of Lord Shiva, Goddess Annapurna, Goddess Bhagwati, Ganesha, Hanuman, and Surya. Additionally, the premises will also have temples honoring mythological saints like Valmiki, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, Jatayu, and Sabri. The complex is being developed with a focus on sustainability, incorporating 2 sewage treatment plants to minimize the environmental impact. The Temple Construction Committee has also acquired 71 acres of land to build public utilities near the temple. So ahead of the Pran Pratishthan ceremony, which will begin from 16th of January, we are bringing this special broadcast, a very special broadcast for our viewers from Teej Kshetra premises where Ram temple is being constructed. So the temple which you are seeing in the backdrop is being built on 2.77 acre of land. So this is the plot for which the case was contested. This particular plot where the temple is coming up is now being constructed. Now if we talk about how this temple is being designed, then we have been told that it is divided into 6 parts, including the main sanctum sanctorum and 5 pavilions. So there is going to be Gan Mandap, Rang Mandap, Nritya Mandap, Kirtan Mandap, and Pratna Mandap. The temple designed to be 161 feet high and 3 floors, and each floor is of 19.5 feet. So Pran Pratishthan is going to start on 16th of January. Before that, the 3 different craftsmen have been asked to prepare Ram Lala's idol, which is going to be 51 feet from 51 inches from the feet to the Lalat. So the best idol of Ram Lala, which will have a reflection of divinity and innocence, will be selected by the committee for the Pran Pratishthan. हमारे साथ अनिल मिश्रा जी मौजूद हैं। राम टेम्पल लगभग बन के तैयार हो चुका है। 2nd फ्लोर का जो काम है वो जारी है। आपसे समझना चाहूंगा जो दूसरी इमारत है मंदिर के बगल में, ये इमारत किस चीज की बनाई जा रही है और इसका क्या इंपॉर्टेंस होने जा रहा है?
वो उसी बंसी पहाड़ पर पत्थर की है। हाँ। ये परकोटा है, पूर्वी दिशा का परकोटा। हाँ। उसका प्रवेश द्वार आपको दिखाई पड़ रहा है। हाँ। दोनों तरफ परकोटे के हिस्से बन रहे हैं। हाँ। उसके कॉर्नर पर इधर एक मंदिर होगा। हाँ। उस तरफ एक मंदिर होगा। अच्छा। मंदिर के पीछे दोनों कोनों पर एक मंदिर होगा। ये जहाँ आप खड़े हैं, हाँ। मध्य में यहाँ अन्नपूर्णा देवी का मंदिर होगा। हाँ। और उस भुजा में हनुमान जी का मंदिर होगा। ठीक है। ऐसे 6 मंदिर इस परकोटे के अंदर होंगे। हाँ, परकोटा परिक्रमा के लिए बनाया गया है। जो तीर्थयात्री परिक्रमा करते हुए जाएंगे वो 6 मंदिर का दर्शन करते हुए फिर भगवान के गर्भगृह में जाकर के विराजित। तो ये परकोटे की इमारतें बन रही है। हाँ, ये परकोटे की इमारत बन रही है। उसका पूर्वी हिस्सा अभी पूरा होने जा रहा है। शेष बाद में दिसंबर के पूर्व ये 4-5 महीने लगेंगे पूरा होने।
और जो मिश्रा जी जो और मंदिर बताए जा रहे हैं जिसमें भगवान शिव का मंदिर है, हनुमान का मंदिर है, सूर्य का मंदिर है, वो किधर बन रहा है?
ये चारों कोनों में देख रहे हैं।
चारों परकोटे
के चारों कोने में 4 मंदिर। हाँ। दाहिनी भुजा और बाईं भुजा में के मध्य में एक मंदिर
बनेगा। और जो वाल्मीकि और वशिष्ठ का मंदिर जो बताया जा रहा है
के उधर दक्षिणी तरफ ऐसे मंडप बन रहे हैं। वो 7 मंडप, सप्त मंडपम जिसको हम कहेंगे, 7 लोगों के मंडप जो राम के काल के जो उनके सहयोगी हैं, जिन्होंने उनको शिक्षा दिया, ज्ञान दिया, इन सबके मंदिर वहाँ रहेंगे।
Welcome back, and in some latest news coming in, this is a big breakthrough which has been achieved by the Indian authorities. You'd remember that 8 Indian nationals were given a death sentence in the country of Qatar, and they had serious charges against them, including that of espionage. Now, the Indian government through back channels reached out to the Qatari authorities. There were negotiations that went on, and now that death sentence has been commuted by Qatar, the authorities and the legal system which is there. There were back channel talks, legal help and access that was given by Qatar to India as far as these particular individuals are concerned. Let's get you some more updates as far as this story is concerned. How exactly is it that this breakthrough was achieved by the authorities? Well, number one, the back channel talks really helped. The Indian government did not go much on record to tell us about how exactly did those negotiations go and what were the dynamics of it. But the fact that they worked and efficient, that's the most important part. Also, there was constant legal monitoring. The fact that they were given a death sentence, it was important to ensure that everything happens in a timely manner. Qatar has a different legal system that operates there, and once you've been given a death sentence, the government was on a high alert. And the most important one, there was an appeal to the Qatar government to ensure that the Indian side of the story, or the kind of legal access we wanted to give to these individuals, that was allowed by the country of Qatar. Let me try and cut across to my colleague Abhishek and get more details on this entire story. Abhishek, how exactly this breakthrough was achieved? Please tell us more.
Well, Indian government had been in touch with the Qatari officials. Then we know that diplomatic efforts were also made. We saw that during COP20, meeting. Prime Minister Modi had a brief, engagement with the Qatar Emir. Earlier, like few days ago, some pardoning was also given to some of the jail inmates who were facing a serious, punishment. But then some of the Indians were also included in those lists, but these Navy veterans were not included in that list. So there was little hope left for them. But with today's hearing, there had already been 3 hearings at least that has happened. But there was no respite for these people. But in today's hearing, when the verdict was finally out, their sentences were commuted. So now they are not facing death sentences. The jail terms that they are now facing is varying depending upon the individual charges that these 8 people are facing in Qatar's law. Yeah. And as per them, they are going to spend time. Now, the next part is how Indian government is going to negotiate, or how the legal recourses are going to be used in order to ensure that they are also released from the jail and they are brought back to India. So for now, their life is safe. Their death sentences have been commuted, but they are still going to spend some time in Qatar's jail.
They're going to spend some time in Qatar jail. Abhishek, as I understand that most of these processes are highly confidential. The manner in which a negotiation happened, what was put on the table, the back and forth, all of that is not for media consumption. But how exactly is it that the Indians convinced the Qatari authorities? And more importantly, it's an amicable relationship that exists between the two countries. This situation was unprecedented, and the speed with which the government moved was also quite efficient, considering the fact that it was a death sentence that was awarded after all.
Well, of course, these 8 people, some of them were at a very commanding position level. And these 8, they were part of a contract company which was training Qatar's armed forces. So you can imagine the kind of trust Qatar's government had given on the Indian Navy veterans. It looks like there had been some mistrust, there had been some communication gap, which eventually resulted in these people being detained and then later arrested. There were, of course, serious charges that, as per the Qatari officials' understanding, that these people must have violated some of their ethics, and that was the reason why they were handed down such a harsh punishment. But we do know that Qatar has been a very, generous and a very good friend of India. Yeah. There's a lot of bonhomie between the two leaders. Also, we have seen a lot of energy supplies is also coming from Qatar to India. Petronas is one of the largest companies of Qatar, has a huge investment in India. A lot of Indian diaspora is based out of Qatar. Indian workers go to Qatar. So there's a lot of engagement between the two nations. And this issue, if it became so high, so headline issue, then of course it had to be dealt at the highest level. And we do know that diplomatic steps were taken to ensure that these people are safeguarded, their interests are safeguarded, their legal recourses are met, they were aided, council access were given, their family were sent from here to meet them there. Their External Affairs Minister also personally intervened in the issue. He also had a meeting with the family members in Delhi, and the entire issue was dealt in a very secretive, but in a very decent manner.
Absolutely, and in a sensitive way. Thank you, Abhishek, for putting all of that into perspective. Shifting our focus and talking about the state of Karnataka, we have seen the mayhem, the violence and the ruckus that was caused by pro-Kannada groups in the city of Bengaluru and in other parts of the state. And this is pertaining to having billboards and signboards on shops and establishments and businesses in 60% Kannada language. That's the order that the BBMP had given. Now, there's a deadline in February which is there with the shops and establishments to adhere with this. However, we saw that violence happening. As this violence escalated, one of the person who is leading the pro-Kannada organization, he was arrested. Now, the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike head, Narayan Gowda, he has been sent to a 14-day judicial custody. After he was sent to custody, after the authorities acted, there were protests and dharnas that happened in different parts. Mr. Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister of the state, also issued a statement. He said that the state government is sensitively looking at the entire matter. Various voices have come in from the state, including the entrepreneurs. Kiran Majumdar-Shaw has spoken on this matter and said violence is clearly something which is unwarranted. Listen into the reactions on the story.
ಈ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅಮಾಯಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರನ್ನ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ರಾತ್ರೋರಾತ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಎತ್ತಾಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸುವಂತದ್ದು ಇದು ರೌಡಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ ಕೃತ್ಯ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರನ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕನ್ನಡ ಪರ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರರು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೃಹತ್ ಕ್ರಾಂತಿಕಾರಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆ, ದಾಖಲಾತಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ. ಹೇಳೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರೇ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನ ಕೈ ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಶಾಂತಿಯುತವಾದಂಥ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ವಿರೋಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನು ತಡೆದಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಕಾನೂನು ಕೈ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋರು ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ನಾನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವು ನಿಜವಾದ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಕಳಕಳಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸರಿಯಾದಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕಲಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಕಲಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಲ್ರಿ ನೀವು. ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರ ಮೇಲೆ ಲಾಠಿ ಬೀಸ್ತೀರಾ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹೋರಾಟ ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. 31 ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ನನ್ನ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ 100 ಸಲ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿರೋ ನಾನು ಯಾವನ್ಗೂ ಎದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವನ್ಗೂ ತಲೆ ಬಾಗಲ್ಲ.
In democracy, everyone can protest. They have the right. But we can't tolerate taking the law into their own hands. I am very much disturbed that they have vandalized very places, boards and all. They can have their black flag, they can shout, they can ask them to implement the government order which is there for 60% of the board. We don't want to object them. As a activities they can do it, but they can't take the law into their hands. That is whoever may be, they can't threaten the government. We have to protect every citizen of the state. Anything is there, government is there to take up.
Fearing vandalism once again by the pro-Kannada activists, many commercial establishments, shops and hotels are putting up Karnataka flag on the name board which comprises of English language. We are here at the Airlines Hotel in Bengaluru. Now remember, pro-Kannada organizations also carried out their march in this particular Lavelle Road, and they also have warned the commercial establishments of dire consequences if the English name boards are not removed and Kannada name boards are not put up. So as we can see, this is the Airlines Hotel name board which is in English, and the pro-Kannada organization did come here yesterday warning the commercial establishments, all the commercial establishments here, warning them to put up Kannada signboards, since many commercial establishments have put up a Karnataka flag here. When we spoke to them, they said that they don't want their particular commercial establishment to be vandalized, hence they have put up Karnataka flag.
to ensure that by just looking at that, they won't vandalize or damage the property. And they also have informed the pro-Kannada organizations that they would go ahead and put up the Kannada name board. So yes, that's what the owners of the commercial establishments had to say regarding this. Now remember, condemning the vandalism that was carried out by the pro-Kannada organizations yesterday, the state government of Karnataka has condemned it, stating that the violence and the vandalism was uncalled for, and already 29 members have been arrested, including the the head of the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike, Narayan Gowda. So they have been arrested and strict action has been taken. The Chief Minister and also the Deputy Chief Minister has spoken about it, and they've said that yes, they stand by the demand of the pro-Kannada organization, but the vandalism and violence was uncalled for. That's what the state government of Karnataka has to say regarding the vandalism that was being carried out by the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike yesterday in Bengaluru. Following the rampage by the pro-Kannada activists here in Bengaluru, vandalizing the commercial establishments with English name boards, now the commercial organizations, shops are covering the English name boards and trying to put up set up temporary Kannada signboards. Now we are in front of this particular gym, the Techno Gym at Lavelle Road, one of the localities in Bengaluru, which was vandalized by the pro-Kannada activists. And this particular commercial establishment, the Techno Gym here, they are covering all the English name boards for now until they get a new Kannada name board with 60% of Kannada in it and the rest being it in other language. And this was one of the locality which was vandalized by many pro-Kannada activists. So yes, many commercial establishment shops were being vandalized across Bengaluru, and right now we are in front of this particular gym called the Techno Gym. Now the owners and staff here are covering the name boards which comprise of English language, and till they get a Kannada name board they are covering it, and I'm accompanied by the owner and a few of the staff here. Let me quickly cut across and speak to them. Sir, actually what happened here yesterday, and we are seeing that you are covering all the English name boards.
Yeah, so like precautionary wise we are closing. So yesterday what happened is like few protesters they were vandalizing. So but they didn't damage our property, they just warned us. So please put Kannada board, so within 24 hours. So we are at 2 open, like our showroom we are at 2 open, so we have taken time. So for precautionary measures we have covered our English signboard.
The master musician who got us swaying to Kavala, Chalaya and Jawan's title track. Will Anirudh Ravichandar be the youth icon of the year? To find out, watch the Indian of the Year Awards 2023, coming soon. Brought to you by
The stones you are seeing here are from the Bansi Paharpur district in Rajasthan. So the temple is being constructed using these stones, which are right now lying next to the temple. And in the background you can see the construction of temple work is going on. Heavy machines, JCBs are being used to construct the temple. We have been told that the 2-floor work is over, the ground floor and first floor is ready. The second floor construction work is going on, and the engineers, the architects are right now working at the site 24/7 as they have a deadline to meet, because Pran Pratishthan is going to take place from 16th of January till 22nd of January at around 12:20 p.m. in the afternoon. The Pran Pratishthan the ceremony of Pran Pratishthan will happen in presence of RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath, along with the other dignitaries from RSS, VHP and other walks of life. So there is a deadline which has to be met, and this is the reason that at war level the construction work is going on. So this is a 2.77 acre plot on which the Ram temple is being constructed. We have some details to be shared with our viewers. So there's going to be a Parkota wall which is going to be 15 feet wide. So that's the Parkota wall which is coming up, and Parkota wall will take almost 6 to 8 months to be constructed. This is going to be spread in 700 meters. The wall will be double storied, and there's going to be rooms which will be developed in the wall for the official purpose. So other than the main temple, there's going to be several other temples which are going to be built around the Ram temple, the temple of Lord Shiva, Lord Hanuman, Lord Bhagwati, Goddess Annapurna, and also the Maharishi Vishishta temple and the other saints which have played role in the life of Ram Lala, Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram. Their temples will also come up. So that is the plan. There's also going to be pilgrimage facility center. Behind me you can see the pilgrimage facility center is being constructed, where the locus for 25,000 devotees will be made. There's also going to be a small infantry for the devotees, and also 2 sewer treatment plants are being built, so that there's zero discharge, and there's no it should not create problem for the people of Ayodhya. Dedicated electric line has been taken from the powerhouse. So lot is being done. The work is currently going on at a war scale, and perhaps there's a lot of excitement also when it comes to the people working here, the engineers, the workers. They all are also excited. And you know, the 2 floor of the temple is are fully complete. On the ground floor there is going to be Ram Lala, the idol of Ram Lala. On the first floor there is going to be Ram Darbar. But as far as the usage of the second floor is concerned, there is less clarity about it, which the authorities will announce in some day, that how the second floor will be used. There is also going to be the museum to talk about the journey of Lord Ram, and also talk about the journey, which will talk about the journey of this temple coming up here in Ayodhya. Well, right now we are inside the Grand Ram Temple Teerth Kshetra premises. In fact, this premises is spread over 77 acres, and we are bringing this exclusive images from inside the Ram Temple premises, where we are reporting from. You can see this Grand Ram Temple is being constructed. We have been told that the ground floor and the first floor is almost ready. The second floor construction work is going on. The carving inside this Ram Temple is right now underway. The complex of the Ram Temple will also feature, and in fact there is going to be dedicated temples of Lord Shiva, Goddess Annapurna, Goddess Bhagwati, Ganesha, Hanuman and Surya. Additionally, the premises will also have temples honoring mythological saints like Valmiki, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, Jatayu and Sabri. The complex is being developed with a focus on sustainability, incorporating 2 sewage treatment plants to minimize the environmental impact. The Temple Construction Committee has also acquired 71 acres of land to build public utilities near the temple. So ahead of the Pran Pratishthan ceremony, which will begin from 16th of January, we are bringing this special broadcast, a very special broadcast for our viewers from Teerth Kshetra premises, where Ram Temple is being constructed. So the temple which you are seeing in the backdrop is being built on 2.77 acre of land. So this is the plot for which the case was contested. This particular plot where the temple is coming up is now being constructed. Now if we talk about how this temple is being designed, then we have been told that it is divided into 6 parts, including the main sanctum sanctorum and 5 pavilions. So there is going to be Gan Mandap, Rang Mandap, Nritya Mandap, Kirtan Mandap and Pratna Mandap. The temple designed to be 161 feet high and 3 floors, and each floor is of 19.5 feet. So Pran Pratishthan is going to start on 16th of January. Before that, the 3 different craftsmen have been asked to prepare Ram Lala's idol, which is going to be 51 feet from 51 inches from the feet to the Lalat. So the best idol of Ram Lala, which will have a reflection of divinity and innocence, will be selected by the committee for the Pran Pratishthan. हमारे साथ अनिल मिश्रा जी मौजूद हैं। राम टेम्पल लगभग बन के तैयार हो चुका है, सेकंड फ्लोर का जो काम है वो जारी है। आपसे समझना चाहूंगा जो दूसरी इमारत है मंदिर के बगल में, ये इमारत
Welcome back, and let's get you some more latest news. There have been rumors about a rift within the JDU with the JDU President Nitish Kumar, and we also have the rumors that the party President Lallan Singh might put down his papers. KC Tyagi has rubbished all these rumors. He goes on to say that Lallan Singh won't resign, and the relationship between Nitish Kumar and Lallan Singh is more than 48 years old. It won't break in this fashion. That's what he has said. Let's listen into the reaction coming in. Then my colleague Nikhil joins us.
और जो प्रस्ताव पास होंगे 6 बजे के आसपास जो प्रेस वार्ता होगी उसमें उन फैसलों से आपको अवगत कराया जाएगा। जो चर्चाएं अफवाहें चल रही
सर, क्या ललन देख रहे हो ना सर, ये बहुत बड़ा सवाल है।
आप पीछे आ रहे हो चर्चा?
नहीं सर, ये चर्चा है राजनीति गलियारों में। सर पटना में उनके आवास पर मुलाकात किए थे, उसके बाद ये मायने निकलने लगे।
मैं नीतीश कुमार और ललन सिंह 48 साल से साथ 48 ईयर, तो हम मिले नहीं दूसरे। अब हम जा रहे नीतीश के पास, हमारा इस्तीफा हो जाएगा।
काफी दिनों से सर ललन सिंह के सामने नजर नहीं आ रहे हैं ना, पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष है, वो काफी दिनों से सामने नहीं आ रहे हैं, खुल के मीडिया पर नहीं बोल रहे हैं। सर यहाँ तो पोस्टर भी नहीं लगे हुए थे उनके।
My colleague Nikhil is joining us on the broadcast. Nikhil, Lallan Singh was not a part of the posters that were put up ahead of the National Executive Meet. That further fueled the rumors that were already doing rounds. After this statement, what does the scenario look like to you? What are the things, or what is the feeling that you're getting from the ground?
There are a couple of developments which are currently taking place. We have told you that the meeting have already taken place between Lallan Singh and Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, and now after meeting KC Tyagi has put out his statement saying that tomorrow they are going to hold a press conference at about 6 p.m. So we can expect tomorrow that there could be a big announcement coming out from the side of the JDU in the national capital Delhi. And today there are other meetings as well which will be chaired by Nitish Kumar, and thereafter tomorrow at the Constitution Club of India there are two of the meetings. One is the National Executive meeting and another one being the National Council meeting, where all the senior leaders, office bearers of the JDU party, they are going to meet, and this is the big meeting which is happening just ahead of the Lok Sabha elections 2024. So let us wait for tomorrow till the press conference takes place. There are a couple of rumors and reports as well which are doing the rounds on the social media as well, but the big announcement is expected tomorrow at 6 p.m.
The big announcement expected tomorrow at 6 p.m. Let's also listen into some more voices and some more reactions on the story.
हम इस्तीफा देना होगा तो हम आपसे परामर्श कर लेंगे।
ये जनता दल यूनाइटेड की नियमित बैठक है, और नियमित बैठक राष्ट्रीय कार्यकारिणी की राष्ट्रीय परिषद की होती है।
सर, अध्यक्ष आप रहेंगे जेडीयू के?
अरे नहीं, खबरें चल रही है, चिंता मत, नॉर्मल है। हर साल में एक बार मीटिंग का हम लोग का परंपरा है, तो इसलिए उसी की मीटिंग है, नॉर्मल है, कोई ऐसा कुछ खास नहीं।
अरे हर पार्टी का राष्ट्र स्तर पर बैठक होता है, कार्यकारिणी होती है। हम लोगों का नहीं हुआ था क्या कालकटोरा स्टेडियम में? खुला अधिवेशन भी दिल्ली में हम लोगों ने किया था। तो इस तरह की बेकार की बातें हैं, लोगों को तुल देना है तो दे, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं। अरे भाई, ये 2 दिन पहले मुख्यमंत्री जी के साथ हम थे ना भाई राजकीय समारोह में, क्या बात हुई कि हो जाएगा, यहाँ कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
Well, there's another interesting development that has come in an old land deal case. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has been named in the charge sheet. I want to reiterate here that she's not been named as an accused, but there's a mention of her that has emerged in that particular charge sheet. Investigation is going on. The Congress party has said that this is clear vendetta politics which is happening at the hands of the BJP. Let's also listen into some more reactions on the story.
जांच एजेंसियों की जो क्रेडिबिलिटी है वो खुद जांच के घेरे में, जांच एजेंसियों की जो क्रेडिबिलिटी है वो खुद जांच के घेरे में।
लगातार ऐसा देखने को मिलता है कि ईडी
विपक्ष के नेताओं पर लगातार कार्रवाई कर रही है। हमारे 3 नेताओं को जेल में रखा, 2 अभी भी जेल में हैं और बिना अभी तो ट्रायल शुरू नहीं हुआ, कन्विक्शन नहीं हुई, फिर भी इतने टाइम से जेल में हैं। ऑलरेडी गिल्टी अंटिल प्रूवन इनोसेंट का लॉ चल रहा है। ये बेहद खतरनाक है।
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की राजनीति का ये हिस्सा बन चुकी है कि किस प्रकार से तमाम विपक्षी नेताओं को सरकारी तंत्र का दुरुपयोग करके उनको निशाने पे लिया जाए, विपक्ष की आवाज़ को किस तरीके से कुचला जाए, देश में प्रजातंत्र का किस तरह हनन किया जाए। तो ये कोई आश्चर्यचकित करने वाली बात नहीं है। ये लगातार भाजपा द्वारा कांग्रेस पार्टी और हमारे नेताओं पे चल रही कार्रवाइयों का एक हिस्सा है।
Jakhar ji, how you see this name of Priyanka Gandhi for the first time in supplementary charge sheet of AD?
I believe Congress party finds itself in a very peculiar spot, especially now the charge sheet which has been filed comes after 350 odd crore rupees were found at their Congress Rajya Sabha members' institutions. 350 crore rupees. And I think it took just a moment for Congress party to wash its hands off, that we have nothing to do with Mr. Sahu. Mr. Sahu, who even lost a Panchayat members' election, was nominated 3 times as a Rajya Sabha. He's 3rd time member of Rajya Sabha. So I think the Congress party has not yet been able to answer whether this money belongs to this leader who you have been nominating for consecutively for 3 times, or it belongs to the party. So I think they will find in a very tough spot to deny these charges. But all I can say is that anybody who is innocent has nothing to be afraid of. And I think with the way Prime Minister is going after corruption, I think anybody who is corrupt will not be spared. This has become clear after Mr. Sahu's case.
There's a pet political statement that the ED or the agency has been misused. So, do you think this charge sheet or has something to do with...
I would say that yes, at any other time this would have had some currency, this charge. But right now, coming on the heels of Mr. Sahu's recovery, I think that's why I said Congress party will find it very difficult to run away from these charges.
All right, let's have a quick check of some key stories from across the country. India has recorded 692 fresh cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. 6 deaths have been reported, 2 in Maharashtra, 1 each in Delhi, Karnataka, Kerala and West Bengal. The number of daily cases were in double digits till December 5, but now the infections have risen after the emergence of a new variant along with the cold weather conditions. Delhi has reported the first case of JN1 subvariant of Omicron out of the 3 samples sent for genome sequencing. 1 is of JN1 and 2 are of Omicron. In response to the spike in COVID infections throughout the nation, AIIMS in Delhi has released special guidelines.
नया वेरिएंट है वो भारत देश के अंदर सदर्न स्टेट की तरफ से बढ़ता हुआ दिख रहा है। दिल्ली के अंदर हमने RT-PCR टेस्टिंग जो है शुरू कर दी है और लगभग 250 से 400 RT-PCR टेस्ट हमारे यहाँ रोज़ हो रहे हैं। कल की रिपोर्ट के अंदर 2 पॉजिटिव टेस्ट कोविड के हमारे आए हैं।
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow on Wednesday. President Putin invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Russia, saying it will give them an opportunity to discuss all current issues and talk about the outlook for further development of bilateral relations. He asked Dr. Jaishankar to pass on his best wishes to Prime Minister Modi for the upcoming elections.
Despite all the turmoil happening worldwide, the relationship with our true friends in Asia, India, has been progressing incrementally. We know the stance of Prime Minister Modi. Definitely we will be glad to see our dear friend, His Excellency Prime Minister Modi, paying a visit to Russia. We want to see him, Russia, we expect him to come. We wish our friends every success.
And as the probe continues into the Parliament security breach, the special cell of Delhi Police had moved an application at the Patiala House Court seeking permission to conduct a polygraph test of all the accused. The matter will be next heard on the 2nd of January. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Nation at 5. Thank you so much for watching.
Emerging as a true blue action heroine in Pathan and a heart-stealing cameo in Jawan. Will Deepika Padukone be the Entertainer of the Year? To find out, watch the Indian of the Year Awards 2023. Coming soon.
After a struggle of almost exactly 500 years, a Ram temple in Ayodhya on Ram Janmabhoomi is finally becoming a reality. On January 22, the consecration ceremony will be held and the entire country will be for the very first time watching the new Ram Lalla idol along with the old one as the ceremony takes place. And from the very next day, the doors of the new much awaited Ram temple in Ayodhya will be thrown open for the devotees. Now, in this journey of 500 years, 5 centuries, there are a lot of people, some noted, some nameless, faceless, who have contributed to keeping this dream, this faith alive. Today, it is my absolute pleasure to be amongst one such individual who has done yeoman service in the cause of reclamation of Indian history, Indian civilization, and particularly sites like Ayodhya. And it is